ahead and start using the 5 sentence structure with just throwing out some ideas, and we'll do this as a group, and then we'll just kind of all agree that this is where we want to go. And once we filled out the sentence structure, and we have an idea, then we'll talk about whether or not it's a viable idea for at least for a play. Could it be producible for a play, actualized into a play? So let's start with this play is about. Anybody have an idea? This play is about
secret agent.
A secret agent.
Yeah.
Okay, this play is about a secret agent. Male or female?
Female.
Female. Does she have a name? We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the play is about a secret agent. It takes place where?
In London.
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 It takes place in London. Alrighty. And is there a specific spot in London, or just London in general for right now?
A bank.
A bank.
A bank
A
in
national
London?
bank. Yeah.
London's National Bank.
Okay.
We've named it even.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then what about the main character? She wants what? What does she want?
She's after a criminal.
She wants to apprehend the criminal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so she wants to apprehend a criminal. Does he have a name or not yet?
Not yet.
Foe.
Oh, foe?
What is
You
it?
can have a code name
Foe.
because they never
Foe?
discovered her.
P-H-O-O.
Okay, the Vietnamese Foe? Okay. Alrighty, so his name is Foe, and she wants to apprehend him at London's National Bank, correct?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
he's an employee there?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, it begins. Where does this story begin? And I don't necessarily, we don't have to come up with like a specific location. It could be like, where does it start in the world of the fictional world, in the world we're creating? Where does it begin?
So you can get the call.
Or
It starts when she gets a call.
She gets a call.
Or
by,
Like a
she-
job
like,
call?
yeah.
or she's in the air event already trying to apprehend him.
Okay, that's 2 ideas. What's it?
Yeah.
So your idea is when she gets a call that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yes?
Or like, oh, we know where he is, you can go get him.
I get
Okay,
informant?
so it begins with a call,
Okay.
and it's a call to adventure, so to speak, that she needs to go apprehend Foe, right?
Yeah.
So it begins with a call. Okay, and then when does it end? It ends where? And the same thing, it doesn't necessarily mean location, it means kind of where in the story, where are we ending it? What happens in the end? It ends.
Criminal convinced her to turn against her allegiance.
Yeah. She realizes that he's right and she's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want a big fatty twist.
Yeah.
So do you want the twist to be the ending, or does the twist have to come after? I mean, come before the ending.
Would that?
Before. The twist should come before, that way it creates like a better story.
Well, if you end with a twist, I don't know if you have a great ending. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It
Right,
isn't.
the twist right before, right? Right at the climax. That's a
Makes
good
more
part for it,
sense.
right? Okay, so let's go. So Foe convinces her. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
To join his side. Okay. So it's a story about a secret agent. Takes place in London's National Bank, in and about. Foe wants to apprehend a criminal. No, the agent wants to apprehend a criminal named Foe. And it begins with a phone call where she's informed that she needs to go on this big adventure to apprehend Foe. And then it concludes when Foe convinces her to join his side. I think we need to name her. I feel bad that she doesn't have a name.
Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah.
Agent Jessica.
Alrighty, so Jessica is our main character. Alright,
Uh-huh.
so we know what it's about. We know where it takes place. We know what Jessica wants. We know where it begins, where it ends. Now the big question is this a viable option for a stage play? Does it fit the scope of the stage play? Is it too big? Is it too small? Did we start in the right spot? Do we need to alter it to start somewhere else? What kind of story could this be, if not a play? What are your thoughts?
I think it's kind of small.
You think it's small?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was big.
Because she just gets the call, goes there, tries to apprehend him. She convinces him to change sides, and then what happens after?
Well, that's just the beginning and the end. There could be lots of stuff in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yes, to finish that arc. This is
So
just
like
the
a big
basic bend of
chase?
the arc. Yeah, it could be a big, chase. I don't know what you mean by that. A chase scene like in movies?
Yeah.
There's not tons of chase scenes on stage plays.
Yeah.
We could run through the audience, but do you see what I'm saying? It's not quite the same as movie chasing, right? So you thought that it's too big?
I was thinking it was a little too big because kind of not really that the setting is like it'll be hard to do, but it's just kind of I feel like the story would kind of make it a little harder to show the audience, kind of thing. Like
I don't know what you mean. You're
Like
talking
she
to
gets a
the-
call and then someone's saying that like her chief or whatever is telling her that he needs to apprehend somebody, but then how would they kind of I don't know how to
Make the
explain it. It's
transition
like-
to the bank. And
yeah,
issue
make the
there.
transition to the bank, and then how would we get to like from her doing something and then to Foe doing something right there?
I think that could be alluded to. Like, it could just be like a scene where her getting a phone call, because the main part of the play is just National Bank, which is ideal for a play like theatrically, because it's just in one spot.
set.
And the only thing you'd have to allude to would just be the phone call, and that would be it.
Well, plus she's a secret agent, is she not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can she not go undercover and they could both do what?
They could
Work there? They could both work there, right?
Oh yeah.
I
see-
mean, that's
Mhm.
that's an
And
option.
then I feel like the play is viable on stage. We just have to really change where it begins. It doesn't necessarily like we don't have to start off with her getting the phone call. We could start off with her already being undercover there, and then like talking about apprehending.
So what you're
Foe or
saying is
something.
that you're what you're talking about in the world of theater is you're talking about a reveal, that it's
Yeah.
revealed at some point that she had already received a phone call and that she's
Yeah.
the secret agent trying to find them out. That happens all the time in
Mhm.
plays, right? In exposition, you want to pepper it throughout. Remember, the exposition is
Mhm.
who they are and where they are, what the problem is, and all those
Yes.
specific things that the audience needs to know in order to comprehend what's happening. But I think that's a very good idea. So do you think that it could be done on stage? What about you, Chris? Do you think this is a story that could be done on stage?
I think it could. I don't think it's too big or anything. I personally don't see a problem with it starting with the phone call, if it were done correctly, I guess. If we were to start, like, you could have the sound of it coming through just audio,
like
and
on
then
stage?
like off
Huh?
stage, and then you have it like, you know, lights come on and she's already in there working. Kind of gives just a little bit of a like back story type thing.
Well, the next step of this, you know, just to touch on that and some of the things we've been talking about, is that we've talked about this 5-sentence structure just to see if the narrative arc is something that's going to fit the scope of a play. The next steps to this is writing out who's in the play, who could be in the play, what kinds of scenes are in the play. So that's where you could fully develop it. So basically, we just really need to answer, is this viable for a stage play?
Yeah.
Or is it not viable for a stage play? So if I had to thumbs up if you think it's viable, who thinks it's viable and could be produced on a stage because the scope's not too large or not too small, and who thinks it's too large or too small, no, we're all convinced. I say we stop there, and what we could do on it next time is kind of develop it and figure out, you know,
Yeah.
who's in this play and what kind of scenes and stuff like that, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool, thanks.
Yeah.